we are still on the coastal road story. If you look to the left, you see a building. That's video recording of a building that was being demolished, and that was one of the buildings on the along the coastal corridor, and that building was actually not on the coastal road original alignment. That building was building on a safe place away from the coastal road, but suddenly the coastal road was realigned, and those who built on the original alignment are still safe as we speak today. But this building is one of those buildings that were built on safe places away from the original alignment of the coastal. But suddenly they realign it and it is affected. The owner of that building is this particular one is my guest this evening. Uh, Madam Peace, good evening to you. Once again, let me just say, uh, I don't know if I should say on behalf of Nigeria government, but personally, I feel sorry about what happened. And you're welcome on the show tonight. So, how are you doing tonight?
Fine. Thank you.
Okay, so I want to ask you to introduce yourself again. I just did a brief introductory background for this interview, but let's get started. Questions that will be on the mind of a lot of people who are would be landlords in Lagos and who are also following stories like this include that first. Were you aware there will be coastal road along that corridor when you were buying that land before you started building?
Yes, I was aware of the coastal road. That was what made me to get my property where the full document. We have the the CFO, the survey and everything. So all those people, the EDG were like, ah, this place is expensive, madam, can't you go to the other place because they are building on the gazetted alignment. I was like, no, let me be on a safe side. Either they are building or not, I think I prefer this place. Then I bought the land and built on it, not knowing I will still fall a victim to use as a punishment for those that violated the law.
Mm. Okay. How did you become victim? Like how did it happen? Because we weren't expecting this, right?
Yeah.
How did it just tell us when you first learned of it? How did you
Okay.
receive the did you
It was
feel they are lying or did you feel it's not possible?
At first, I felt it won't happen. I felt it's not going to be possible because I believe in like our country is better than what should be called a woman from hearing something from someone, and then I will believe, okay, this person say your building will go down and they can't be affected. Why they are ungazetted? But at some point, I noticed them stop marking the gazetted alignments, and they say the minister said there is realignment and it has to move down to my side. I was shocked and surprised. Like, is this possible? We started protests and everything. Even people on gazetted alignments were making jest of us, like, ah, that place is going down. There's nothing they can do. Their place is not going down. So I'm kind of surprised, like, what is making them to say this? But here we are today. Our place was down, and their place, they are saved, and we are the one being punished as a law
You mean
abiding.
people that bought very cheap?
Yes, they bought it cheap and they even bought it on the road.
Because
And they are saying,
because they were told it would be a road. Because
yes,
I learned that so many people bought in that place because they were not planning to stay there for long.
yes, yes. Because
I
it
learned
was,
that some people bought it because they just wanted to be selling west there
I will
pending
have,
when coastal road will come. So
yeah,
they bought it cheap
yeah,
because they knew they would leave.
I will have buy from there. But when I did my investigation and discovered this is coastal road, I said no. They bought very cheap because they know the coastal road will come anytime. So I guess to me, buying that kind of land, you should have at least use it to do maybe something temporary, not to build hotel, not to build something that will be permanent. Do you get? So this our country is kind of like by who you know and how you know.
Unpredictable.
Yes. If you are not a politician, influential people, like you don't know anybody, you will be cheated for no man's sin. Do you get? You'll be cheated
Hmm.
for thing you don't even have idea of, which was which was what really happened to us. That there's nothing we can do. Do you understand?
So tell us how you felt when how this whole thing, the demolition came about. Like, how did you feel? Were you compensated? Did they approach you to tell you you'll be compensated? And are there others affected that you also know along? I mean, within the same street.
What happened is not that they will come direct to you. You will just see them in your building marking.
Hmm.
I was inside with my baby, like, who are these people? I saw people through the windows, like, let me go out. The next thing after I questioned them, I saw engineer that way. I said, sir, what's going on here? They're saying this building is going down. Then I started crying, like, what's going on? I was full of cold, like, what is happening? They said this building is going down. You don't know. So later, some people from the high-tech company came again. When they were marking, I approached those people. That was when I know that they were being sentimental in whatever they are doing with the coastal road of a thing. Fine, those my tech people came, and I went to one of the white men and asked, sir, please, would this building be affected? They say, who cleaned this thing on the wall? I say, I clean it. They say, why do you clean it? Look at that other side. The edge of that security was affected before. So I was like, it was only the security that was affected. And they came here all of a sudden, marking the structure. Look at the other place, just my fence and that place. Would this building be affected? The man now said, now that they've changed alignment from down there, that if they should remark, he's not sure my building will be affected. So I was kind of happy. Then engineer that way shut him up, like he's not supposed to be talking. Why I will be hearing that they should go. So they entered their van and left the place. After some time, I saw them demolishing. We were full of fear and everything, and also hearing rumor that if you like, don't go. If you like, go. They will demolish your house, even if you have to act funny with them. They will demolish the house and put you on the rubble. So we are left with no choice than to just leave the place. So that was what happened. Nothing like I'm happy or anybody is happy. There's even somebody that had stroke that is even yet to recover. Same scenario
At
that
the end
happened.
of that, I'm aware.
And
So
okay,
talk about. I mean, we they were saying they claim that they compensated people who were affected. First, I know that you were not aware that you will be affected
okay.
because you did not build on the coastal road. We don't need to be told that one again. We know that a lot of people did not build on the coastal road, but they realigned it to their place. That's one. Two, after they now told you that they have realigned it and that your building will be affected,
Mm.
what did they tell you about coastal road? I mean, the compensation.
They didn't tell us anything about the compensation. The only thing I heard, like, there are some people that are getting information directly. That's just the
Hmm.
truth. There are some people that you have to be going on and be asking what's going on, what's going on. Not that they will come and ask you. There no negotiation with the property owner from the company. And why going to the federal ministry of work for the compensation? When I got there, I met some people, some owners and engineer that way and other people's there. So when I spoke with him about my compensation, he was like, Madam, has it been you came earlier, you will have seen something like 15 to 10 million to add to your money. I was like, now that I'm coming, are you saying I'm not going to be compensated? He said, no, something is waiting down for you. You will take it. Then I got my token as what they call the huge compensation. The bill, there's lots of money, they have this. No, that was not done. No valuation. Nobody asks anybody anything. They just pay whatever they like. Maybe they pay people that know them well, but not me.
Can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Madam Peace, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes,
Can you hear me?
yes.
So what's wrong with? Are you there, ma?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Okay, great. Okay, good. So you said Engineer Dari said if you had come earlier,
They
he
will
would
have,
have added more
yes,
to your money. But did they
but
tell you to come? Did they tell you the time to come or the time not to come?
was not done that way. People called that we heard from people based on what I told you. They didn't come to us directly like this is the day to come. We heard from people that this place is no more there. All of a sudden, hearing that this place is affected again. So we have to rush down to the Federal Ministry of Work to know what was going on. And then he said, the place is affected. We are sorry, but as it been you came earlier, you will have had like 15 million to your money. I was like, then what is going on? Are you do you mean I will not get my money? Say no, something is waiting down for you already. Like they just wrote it, no valuation. I asked him, like, you didn't enter my compound, you didn't value anything. They say no, they know what to do, and it has been done. That they is direct from Abuja. They wrote something for me that will just drop my account details and get paid. That was what they did.
And they paid you how much?
Hmm. Not even up to what of land. They pay 26 million for a four-bedroom duplex. It has a big queue behind and the security. Look at all the pillars there. That was what they paid that claimed to say everybody are okay. They pay us well. They pay 26. I have the receipt that were transferred from the IT company.
26 million naira. 26 million naira will not even buy a plot along that in
Hmm.
that place.
Now, the painful part about it is, and I know I don't know anybody. I am nobody, and I'm just a citizen. I try and plan not to ever be a tenant. Now I'm a tenant. I move back to where I never expected to be again in my life. I thought I would build more house, not to go backward again. Now I have to rent place to stay
with
just
with the
because.
money.
Yeah, I have to rent a place.
I
I can't.
understand.
What can I build? What can I
Hmm.
build? What do I want to do? A lot of people will pretend to be fine. I don't know if maybe they are okay. Maybe I told you earlier that the country is based on who you know them. So if you know people, they might fight for you. But you that don't know anybody, you are left on your own, which is what I'm facing. I'm left alone.
Do you know others who got more than you, or maybe you even are lucky
I know
with what you
people are.
got?
I know. I know people are lucky. I know people are lucky, but
When you say
you
lucky, lucky by how much?
they are lucky
Did
in
they
the
pay them
sense
like
that
the full value of their properties?
they pay them more than the value of their property, and there are people like me who got less than the value of the property as well. So that's why I say they are being sentimental with their payments.
In fact, you even said they didn't even bother to enter your house to see.
They didn't bother. Even a bungalow, even there are some bungalows based on those people are following the Ministry of Work people. They will measure their GP tank, measure everything, suck away everything. I saw them, but left to my own case, I don't have the opportunity to get that kind of things. Do you understand? I have to
Hmm.
I was chased out of my own house like a dog because this building was demolished January. On the 1st of January, I was not happy, crying
Hmm.
because I
That's
was
the
running
first day of the
there.
year.
Not even easy. I went to Scott. I don't have time to move my things. I had to go and Scott, look for a place to rent and put some of my things before I could get house. Getting house on island here is kind of difficult. Agents will take the money without even giving you what you want.
Hmm. Sorry about that. So, So what's did you try to even buy land somewhere at least out of the money, even if it's a quarter, not even half a plot, maybe even if it's a quarter plot, so that you can at least start planning to becoming a landlord again?
That's a big lie if I say I have anything. It is nothing. It is nothing. You rent house, what will you build? Land where? If I try to buy land, that would be in my village, not here in Lagos. Land is expensive. The second part is, what if I even buy the land and still fall a victim again? If you are buying
Again, so now
land,
the fear.
head again. If you are buying land, either you know what you are doing, like have a backbone to be sure you
Hmm.
will not be beaten twice. Do you understand? So
Hmm.
I'm in a confused situation that I don't even think of it.
Hmm. Hmm. So you got compensation based on their own. It looks like they just compensated you for your gates
To be honest,
because they didn't
they
come into your
know,
apartment at all.
they know the worth of land. They know the worth of land. I don't know. For example, I seem to question myself, like, Honorable Minister David Umai is an engineer. Is it possible for him, sorry to say, himself, to buy land and build a duplex with 26 million naira in Nigeria under assist? Is it possible? Are you getting my question?
I get
So
you.
for you to that's the valuation of my property, I keep questioning and asking myself, is it just possible, or am I not just lucky for me to get compensated this way, just by being law-abiding citizen, just by not building on the road? And I even regret and blame myself because I would have get a cheap land if I know this is who would be lucky to be saved by the coastal road. I
Hmm.
told the Ministry of Work that I blame myself for not listening to the EDG that advised me to get the cheaper land on the coast gazetted alignment. If I'm there, I will have been saved.
So you were running away from a problem, not
And I
knowing
met
you were actually going into the problem
a
with even bigger price.
the funniest part is those people on that assist were so confident and were making jest of us, like there's nothing you people can do. They will pay you people. That is where they will follow. As if they are having meeting or something, as if
Hmm.
thing that makes them to be sure. And either truth or not, it
Oh
happened.
dear.
Do you get? It happened.
Hmm.
Either truth or there, it happened. They say it will follow. It later followed there. On the 31st of May 2024, we got information from the third stakeholder meeting that our building will be saved. They are taking it to another place. All of a sudden, when people show them another alignment or so, I don't know why they say there is a cable there, why we all know there was no cable there. Fine, it has been done. Even if you want to take somebody's property, not to leave them in tears, not to leave them in question of where are they going to start from, not to leave them in a position that they will regret ever being a citizen or ever being the rightful thing in their own country. That was what they left us to be asking ourselves. I question myself a lot. Have I done something by doing the rightful thing? Have I done something by not building on the coastal road? Do you understand? Why am
Hmm.
I a victim? Why am I being punished, humiliated for the offenders? Why we are all Nigerian? I think there
So
is fundamental human rights, or maybe it's for the politicians alone. Maybe as a citizen, you don't have any rights or anything. I don't know.
are there politicians on the gazetted route, the original route
Based
of the
what
coastal road?
based on what we are hearing, probably, I mean, based on what we are hearing, they say there are politicians on the gazetted alignments, and they find
And they
their
want
way.
to save them.
Yes, they find their way
I
out.
I
And
actually heard that.
people that are not on gazetted alignments, when you don't know anybody and you are just, do you get, they can slap you over another man's sin.
So would you see it like what you suffered is like sacrificing for the actual sinners?
Yes, that's what I say.
Hmm. So you are
Completely.
taking you are receiving punishment for other people's sins
Yes.
or offenses. Offense of building on
And
the gazetted coastal road.
yes, and again, the case is, if at all this thing, we are all happy on development of our country. We want our
Mm-hmm.
country to look like a nice place to visit for a foreigner. We all want the progress of our country, fine. So, if at all you are taking people on their rightful position out, there should be a negotiation within the owner and the people. But this my case, there was no negotiation. It was just a written down and direct transfer, and they just did what they feel
They
like.
just say
Yes,
come out, take and
yes,
come out for that place.
yes. And not even
What
there
a
should
legacy.
have been something that you will be happy. Okay, you are sacrificing your house for your country and you are getting another place. But what was given does not even worth to stand and buy land, do documents, do this the foundation. Look at the foundations and filling and everything. It does not worth anything. So it's just like giving you money, like, okay, go and rent house, find something to get doing. Maybe probably if you get money, you go build your house later. Do you get? That was what I
Hmm.
think they did to us.
Okay, so do you know if other people got realignment again apart from your own street? You know, because we learned that there are some people that later they still shifted it for them again.
You
Like
know,
they were marked and they still shifted it from them.
I was into lot of pressure. Immediately this thing happened, I thought everybody was fine. My family was hospitalized, including my little baby. The pressure was much on us. I could not even know what was going on outside, not to talk of inside. I was just
Like
looking at.
destabilized, yeah. Uh,
So I don't know anything about that. But it really cost me a lot. The whole of January was a mess for me.
when did you build the house? You and your
We didn't.
husband, because I understand your husband is. You told me your
Yeah.
husband is totally
Do you know we
destabilized. I
sold car?
understand. Yeah.
Just leave a rented. We sold car. We sold phone. Like we were just putting things together. Like, okay, let's just build this house. Let's just go there. At the end of it, they just changed
So
the whole story.
when did you build the house? What
Twenty
year?
twenty 2023 stroke 2024. It's a new building, you can see.
That means you have barely spent a year in that building.
Spend a year there.
Wow. You barely spent a year
Mm-mm.
and they just came and realigned. Ah, shit. I
Did
know how painful that can be.
flooring. You can see those granite and some things down there. Just did the floor outside and everything. You can see. We didn't spend a year
Hmm.
there. Not up to a year.
I don't know if anybody in the comment has questions for Madam Peace, but I see somebody asking. Uh, I see somebody saying that you should know. Okay, let me put it on the screen. That's why you should make your due diligence before buying land. Government owns the coastline.
We
I
did
don't know how
we
to respond to that person. What's his name again?
we did that.
Ojogbenga. Please,
That was why
please,
I said
please,
we were
please.
not on the stated alignment. They diverted the road to our side. So the question should be answered when I was talking earlier that we were
I
not
know.
on
I
the
just
alignment.
the person heard you. The person heard you. The person just wanted to. You know, there are so many people like that who just want to defend anything the government does. But Benga, for people like you, let me say this. I don't pray it happens to somebody in your family. Mm? But you should understand that this is a country where ordinarily, if you even go, you should not even have CFO in the first place. They should not even give you. if government has purpose for a place as in original plan, they are not even supposed to even give you. As you are going, they will say, "Wait, you can't register this place for you." It has government is government. It's just like when you go to a place and you take your surveyor there, they pick the coordinates, you take it to government office, they will tell you this place is government interest. Like, you know, for instance, they will say acquisition. They'll say government acquisition. They will even tell you it is committed. In which case, these people did their diligence. They know the place that is committed for the coastal road. The alignment is still there. They did their search. They paid all government necessary fees. All of them, in fact, got coastal road clearance. I can show you because I have many people. They got. Do you know what they call coastal road clearance? Coastal road clearance means if you are along that corridor, you after purchasing the land, after going to do your register survey, after processing and getting your CF, after everything, before they will give you approval to build, you will still go to development matters at the Ministry of Physical Planning to obtain what they call coastal road clearance to show that that place is free from the coastal road alignment. You are not within the right of way of the coastal road. They will now give you another certificate called coastal road right of coastal road clearance, meaning that you are cleared and you are free from the coastal road right of way. That's the meaning. All these people got these things, but guess what? The victim, the victimization or the victimhood of these people is just for the sake of realignment, sudden realignment. Like they are confident that number one, they bought within government gazettes, like they bought within excision, village excision, government approved excision. Do you know what it means? And so they are confident they are within village, excised by government, approved by government. That's number one. Number two, they paid all due fees and they got C of O. Number three, no, some got governor's consent, some got C of O, depending on. Number three, you pay for building approval. Before you build, you pay for approval. But before they approve for you, they will come there and certify that you are not within coastal road right of way before they will give you coastal road clearance. Before they will now give you building approval, meaning that you are safe to stay there. Are you saying if somebody does all of these things, you still say he has not done diligence, then what do you want them to do again? No, somebody does all of this, you still say they have not done diligence. No, what should they? Oh yeah, advise us. Where is his name again? Please come and advise that person. What else should they have done? Where's his name? I'm scrolling to find Ojugbenga. Mr. Ojugbenga, I've told you all these things that these people did before they built in that place. What else should they have done to have done diligence, please? Please, let's be careful when we are making comments. Because you are not the person in the situation does not mean you can say things frivolously. Because these are people who are hurt, seriously hurt. Seriously hurt. Madam Peace, what is the next? What's your plan now? What's the next? The next thing on your action plan? What are you doing next?
I don't really know what to say. What am I doing next? What?
Like they paid you how much is left in what they paid you?
That would be funny if I can say, because there's nothing there. You know, there's nothing. I thought all of January was used for hospital bills and everything. I thought everything was fine, but when my family started falling down, doing being affected for what happened, like
That was
I have
sudden
calls
sudden
then,
displacement.
yeah, in the hospital. So I was the only one, like, when looking at your child, you'll be like, oh, don't fall, you will not fall sick, just to know you're taking care of your kid. Do you understand? So I was
Hmm.
wrong for myself, not that I was happy. It has cost a lot, to be honest.
The problem is the government will be telling Nigerians in diaspora to come home and invest. You say, come back home, come back home. And when they do this, look at what they are meted with. Just look at the outcome. It's so sad. I don't want to hold you for too long. It's just that a lot of people, quite a number of people feel the stories you are telling are made up. But so we have to start bringing up people like you to share. If you would advise anybody to build in Nigeria now, what would you say?
Maybe they should go and get their property in an estate owned by politician. I think they can be saved.
Owned by politician. Hmm. Hmm. In other words, individuals are not permitted. They don't have to own houses or estates. It's so sad. So is that your plan now?
That's what I feel. If you
So are you
are
already saving up for that?
or if you get your property in an estate owned by people in power, they will save you.
So you have to be looking for people in power before you can buy anything now.
Don't just buy land from Omoinile, because when it happens, nobody will know you. Everybody will be man for himself.
If there's no other question from the comments for Madam Peace, I think I'll just call it a day here and let her go. But this is it. Everybody, please take note. There are many of them like that. Madam Peace is just one person. Imagine that stretch like that. Your place is Okwaja, right? Imagine
Yeah,
from Lafiaji all the way to Okwaja, all the way to Musoreko, Iberekun, all the way like that. Hundreds of people affected like that. And all of them were time. I'll stay in touch. Your story is so touching, and I want to pray that God will continue to hold you, please. Mm? Somebody understands you're stressed out already.